Coming up on Mountain News this morning, one Kentucky community is anxious for answers following a morbid discovery. And a multi-billion-dollar production facility is expected to bring thousands of jobs to a county over in West Virginia.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is just before 6:31. Let's throw it over to Brandon Robinson for a check at the weather.
Well, Keaton, the forecast this morning, fairly calm. It's still a bit mild out there this morning, almost like a summertime morning, but it's going to be a little bit active as we head toward tonight. Let's see what's going on currently across the region. Jenkins Mountain there, US 119, US 23, and you're thinking, why are you already in the first alert weather day? Well, we're trying to get you ready for what could be coming either late tonight or early tomorrow. So again, the timing is still a little bit fluid on this situation there, but we can tell you that it'll be coming later this evening or early tomorrow morning. But again, still trying to pin it all down because models showing some different possibilities there. Temperatures in the 50s in Southwest Virginia. Everybody else 60s and 70s. There's a lot of 70s out there this morning. 70 Prestonsburg, 72 Jackson and Hazard, 74 in Monticello and Manchester, 73 Harlan, Somerset, Irvin, and Moorhead this morning. That is basically double digits warmer than it was this time yesterday. Everywhere except Jonesville, but they're closing in on it. 9 degrees warmer than they were this time yesterday. The next few hours going to heat up even more. It's going to feel like a summer day out there in April. And usually we say, well, heat is bad for storms, but today I don't think they'll get here until a little bit later on thanks to the time of a cold front. We'll keep you posted on all that and have the latest forecast coming up here in just a little bit. Keaton?
All right, thank you, Brandon. A community is anxious for answers following a morbid discovery. Kentucky State Police are investigating after a body was found in a burned-up car in Greenup County. Andrew Colgrove talked with the neighbor who made the 911 call to report the gruesome find.
A section of the woods along Sawpit Road is still charred.
I've never had anything like this to happen before.
Kentucky State Police say a burnt-up car was found here Friday along the remote gravel road in Greenup County with skeletal remains inside.
My family comes out here because it's so peaceful.
Sherry Dingus lives just up the road.
It just seemed like it was a dream.
Sherry says she called 911 after the man who made the discovery showed up at her house and told her what he'd found.
He was almost inconsolable. He was just distraught, and I kind of broke down with him and was trying to help him.
Troopers say this is being investigated as suspicious, and they're waiting on a positive identification.
I don't know what kind of person that could do, something like that. And just like somebody's nothing, And their life doesn't mean anything. It's awful.
It's a complete shock for something like that around here to happen.
Kelly Wilburn also lives on Sawpit Road.
That's all I've thought about since Friday, is why somebody did that to her.
Oh, it'd be nice to get somebody, get them, because that could, happen again or something. People like it's bad.
Don't ever know if anybody's going to cause something else to happen.
Those who live here say it's deeply troubling to think this may have been done intentionally, and whoever's responsible is still out there. They're hoping investigators are able to quickly get answers.
Investigators have been reviewing security cameras from the area. Several neighbors say they think they know who the victim is, but troopers say they're still waiting on a positive ID. On Tuesday, family and loved ones of Stacia Collins marked the day with that would have been her 13th birthday by spreading her memory. The group Justice for Stacia has been working with her mother, advocating for the Johnson County girl who police say was killed by her father last year. The group plans to plant memorial butterfly benches in Van Leer this summer and establish a memorial scholarship fund to be given to one student every year who gets to walk across stage at graduation, something she'll never have the chance to do.
And I think it's really important that now that we have the scholarship foundation and the fund for her, that every time a child walks across the stage for graduation at Johnson Central, her name will be said. It will be remembered.
Her mother, Summer Mullins, says it's almost like Stacia will have the chance to walk across the stage for years to come, helping others fly towards a future that was stolen from her. We now know the name of the woman arrested for firing shots on Berea College's campus. Berea police arrested Ali Isaacs. They say they were called to a shots fired complaint near Prospect Street and Kettering Drive Sunday morning. They later found Isaacs behind a residence hall. They found a handgun with bullet casings around her. She's facing several charges, including wanton endangerment. Deputies from the Whitley County Sheriff's Department were called to US 25 after drivers reported someone walking down the road pointing a gun at people as they drove by. Officers with several law enforcement agencies in both Kentucky and Tennessee were called to shut down a portion of the highway until they could take the suspect, later identified as Harold Lynch of Williamsburg, into custody. Lynch is charged with 2 counts of wanton endangerment and public intoxication. Police say 34-year-old Jonathan Brown of Monticello resisted arrest Monday night and headbutted a deputy. Officers say they responded to the Homestead Heights section of Monticello after being tipped off that a possible suspect in a different crime could be in the area. Police say when they arrived, Brown attempted to run from them, but he was eventually caught. That's when officers say he started fighting and screaming before eventually headbutting a deputy. Brown is facing several charges. 3 people are facing charges for the role they played during a break-in at a school in Mingo County, West Virginia. Criminal complaints reveal Tyler Savage, Dakota Blankenship, and Victoria Ford have been charged with conspiracy, breaking and entering, and larceny. Police say Ford was the getaway driver for Savage and Blankenship, who reportedly stole approximately $300 from Kermit K-8 school. They say the trio split the money 3 ways. A multi-billion-dollar production facility is expected to bring thousands of jobs to Mingo County. Kim Rafferty has the story.
Mingo County will be the site of a multi-billion-dollar chemical plant.
It's going to be one of the cleanest ammonia projects in the world. It's going to be one of the largest ammonia projects in the U.S.
CNX and other companies are working together to make the plant a reality because President of Resources Ravi Srivastava says Mingo County has everything they're looking for.
There's access to rail, again built on whole infrastructure, natural gas, human resources, power, water, a lot of stuff that's needed, rail infrastructure that makes this location very, very attractive to us.
Srivastava says construction is supposed to start next year, creating 2,000 construction jobs. Once finished, the facility could employ around 100 people and provide more than 2 million tons of ammonia.
And then a lot of other contractors, vendors.
Srivastava says CNX has a site for the plant in mind and project developers have permits. Jim Justice made a statement saying, in part, "Since I've been governor, it has been my top priority to ensure Southern West Virginia has the resources to grow economically. And that is why this announcement brings me so much joy."
The project was mentioned this morning by the Secretary of Energy, Jennifer Granholm, in one of the talks that she was giving this morning. So we're excited about the project. I think it seems like a lot of other folks are excited about the project. I think it'll be great.
Bringing growth back to the southern coal fields.
Lots of jobs, lots of investments in a region that's been impacted by energy transition.
That was Kim Rafferty reporting. CNX officials say the project is expected to be completed in 2026 or 2027. We're now just 31 days away from the Kentucky Derby. Churchill Downs workers are working to get the track ready before the Run for the Roses. The paddock is in the middle of a $200 million renovation project that will not be done in time for the Derby. So the track's working on a quick fix that will allow for crowds during the busiest week of the year. New this year, some race fans will be able to see the Derby from newly added seating on the first turn.
You know, the facility at Churchill Downs and all the major upgrades that we're doing. You know, we're unveiling our first turn club this year for Kentucky Derby 149. There are tickets still available for this year's Kentucky Derby. It's a great new facility in the first turn. The views are amazing.
The first turn tickets include unlimited food and drinks. They'll run you $2,600 though for the 2-day ticket. And Keeneland's Spring Meet in Lexington opens this Friday. The meet will run through April 28th. That's Friday. April 28th. No racing will be held on Mondays or Tuesdays or Easter Sunday. General admission is $7.
6:40 on this Wednesday morning. First alert weather day, getting you ready for the showers and storms that could impact us late tonight or tomorrow morning. Timing still fluid on that. Clouds already moving in this morning. I don't think that rain we were seeing on Doppler is actually reaching the ground. It was basically over parts of Jackson and back over toward Lee and Owsley counties this morning, but it's not showing up on the satellite, so that's a good thing there. Temperatures in the 50s in Southwest Virginia, but there's only 2 of those. 51 Grundy. Clintwood's almost to 60 this morning, and a lot of basically 70s out there right now. 69 Pikeville, 70 Prestonsburg, 71 London, 73 Somerset, Irvin, Williamsburg, 71 in Middlesboro, 73 in Moorhead. So it's a very mild start to the day out there, and it's only going to get warmer. 85 is the forecast high today. Yes, it is April, and that will not set a record. Won't even tie a record today. Sunset tonight, 8 o'clock exactly, and you might actually get to see that. But again, we're going to see chances for showers and storms pick up tonight, and some of those could pack a punch. I'll have more on that coming up here in just a little bit. Keaton?
All right, thank you, Brandon, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News This Morning. Johnson & Johnson is set to pay millions of dollars to settle tens of thousands of cases that claim its talc products cause serious illnesses, including cancer.